Hello guys, today we're going to be doing a video on Sniper Elite 5 using the RTX 3060 Ti. We're running a Ryzen 3700X with 32GB of RAM running at 3200 MHz. We're going to be starting it off with 1080p on the high preset. No motion blur. And thank you guys for your support on the recent videos, they've done really well. And if you're new here and you like the content, make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 600 subs. So I decided to skip playing at low and medium presets since we're getting over 160 FPS with these. So there was really no point in playing at those presets, since if you got this GPU you might as well use it to its full potential and play at high and ultra settings. But even playing at high settings, we're still getting 160, 150 FPS in this area, which is kind of crazy. But once we get to that open field, that's the true test to see how the game runs. I'm not going to be testing FSR at 1080p, we shouldn't really need it at all. But 1440p and 4K, I'm going to go ahead and test it out. But even at 1440p, we should probably be fine at high settings. And maybe at ultra settings, we will actually... Oh, I thought I was a collateral, no. Wait, I didn't kill the other guy? Okay, that glitch gets me every time. But yeah, even at ultra settings 1440p, we should still be able to run the game quite decently. Maybe have some dips into the 50s, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell right now, but guess we'll see. That movement is kind of freaking me out. You gotta comment that. Stop running, dude. Come back. Okay, you know what, dude? I'm kind of enough of you. What is he doing? Okay, good spot to go ahead and jump it up to ultra settings. Gonna disable motion blur, and let's continue. 170 heart rate, huh? I believe it. Gonna skip the cutscenes, we don't want to spoil anything. Maybe at 4K I'll actually play at low as well, low and medium as well, just because this is not a 4K card, so I'm sure it's gonna struggle at 4K. Especially at high and ultra. Yeah, maybe at 4K I'll play low as well, just to see what the best case scenario is.
Should keep an eye out.
I'm expecting FSR to look really nice at 4K. Normally FSR has issues. This is FSR 1.0 as well, keep that in mind. And that really struggles at 1080p. But 4K normally does pretty well, so I have high hopes for that, I guess. Oh, we're getting 80 FPS now, and I wasn't looking at the frame rate, I zoned out. But we're getting 80 FPS in this open field. This area definitely has some massive dips. Game feels very smooth, very fluid, getting over 100 FPS. Even at 80 FPS, we're still running pretty great. But once we dip into the 60s at those higher resolutions, that's when the game's not gonna feel as smooth. And we're almost using up 8 gigs of VRAM. That's kind of crazy because we have an 8 GB card, obviously. So we're already at its limits at 1080p. So 4K Ultra might be an issue. That's kind of surprising. I didn't know it was that demanding on the VRAM side of things. And I'm kind of curious, should I play the second level at 1440p and 4K, or should I just reset the first level and make it more consistent? What's more fun? What's more enjoyable to watch? The same level, or just go to the next level and see what that's about? So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like the same level repeated, or should we go to the next level. Playing the game at 1440p high settings. Now this is where the sweet spot is for this card. 1440p high settings, it runs super well. Normally you can get over 60 FPS with these. And honestly the game looks so much better than Ultra at 1440p high. It's crazy, it's super sharp, super crispy. Look at the level of detail there, it's crazy. But yeah, for this video I think I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the second level for 1440p and 4K. Just because I think that's more fun and more enjoyable to watch than seeing the same level over and over again. So I'll try it out for this video, and if you guys don't like it, I'll go ahead and revert back to the old method of just playing the same level. This might be pushing our luck a little bit. No, we're still getting 70 FPS. This area is pretty demanding since it's a wide open area. And there's enemies everywhere. Need a zoom scope. I do have a zoom scope, it's just not long enough. Long range enough. Let's continue. We are getting pretty close to 60 FPS now though, but still very enjoyable. No lagging, no stuttering. Ooh, right eye, or left eye I guess. So crazy the level of detail in this. Aiming doesn't feel as fluid as Obviously playing at over 100 FPS, but still can get it done. There was a guy up here before. In the neck. Here we go. These are always so fun. Oof. Helmet goes flying. So far the lowest we've seen it hit was like 62, I think. And 4K high is feeling very laggy, even though we are getting over 60 FPS, and the frame time and the frame time graph, the frame rate graph are very smooth, very consistent. That is kind of weird. I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm gonna play at 1440p, but I'm gonna go ahead and increase our render scale to 150%, which is 4K. Okay, let's continue 4K high settings. We're still pulling 70 FPS, which is kind of crazy. This is a very easy area to run, I guess. It's very indoorish. There's not much to render on camera, but overall, very great experience. And we have FSR available to us as well. So ultra settings, I'm guessing we're gonna run into a couple of issues. Maybe wait, VRAM setting at 5 gigs now. So maybe ultra is the one that eats up a lot of VRAM, because we were sitting at like 7.7 gigs at 1080p high, and now we're sitting at. It'll probably increase over time as we play as well, I guess. Where are you going? Now, where we actually see the diffs are in the X-rays. We drop down into the 40s when that happens. It looks so crispy though.
This bleeding isn't slowing down. I need to treat the wound.
Let's go ahead and play at ultra settings and I'll wrap up the video here. That grass appearing above ground. This is starting to feel very laggy now. 40-50 FPS. You want to enable FSR at this point. Gotta do some parkouring over here, I see. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play at 4K with FSR, since playing at 1440p with FSR is gonna use FSR at 1440p instead of using it at 4K, even though our render scale is set to 4K. It's kind of confusing, but that's how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and enable ultra quality FSR at 4K, and we can see how the quality looks compared to what we had before. Honestly, not bad at all. The game just lags at 4K for whatever reason. It just feels like it's running at 30 Hz instead of at 144 Hz. Even though in every other game it has no issue running the game at 4K. At least 60 Hz, you know. This feels like it's running at 30 Hz, and there's input delay, even though our frame rate is sitting at 90, which is pretty great. But yeah, just for whatever reason, just lags. If you have better luck than me, then you can obviously use FSR at 4K, and then you'll have well over 60 FPS playing at 4K ultra settings. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you found it useful. If you did, give it a like, and a subscription would be highly appreciated. See you next time.